Hello everyone and welcome to a cozy December video. I'm going to be making some star garlands to put on my tree. Finally finishing my tree. I've been adding so many things to it throughout the month. So I'm going to be making that. I'm going to be making some ornaments out of oyster shells, based off of one of my favorite Beatrix Potter stories, The Tailor of Gloucester, and I'm going to be gifting those this year to my sisters, and I just can't wait to get started on those. I hope they turn out okay. We will see. And I'm also going to be making some Weasley family from Harry Potter inspired stockings using some old sweaters and embroidering a letter on them. And then finally I'm going to be making a couple dishes for a little get together that I'm having, just a few little appetizers and little mini desserts. So if that sounds good to you, grab yourself a warm beverage and curl up with a cozy blanket and let's get right into it. I purchased some gold double-sided like hard cardstock from Amazon, and I have two sizes of star cookie cutters. I'm just going to trace along the outsides of both of those and make two varying sizes of these stars, and then I'm going to just use some scotch tape to tape them to some twine and make little garlands out of them. Earlier on in the month, I made these orange garlands, and I really love the way the light shines through, but adding these stars just took it to a whole nother level. The lights just glisten off of these. It just adds another dimension to the trees and just makes everything seem more old world and just overall much more cozy. Moving on to the oyster shell ornaments, I ordered these from Amazon, and I will be needing to drill holes in these at the top so that I can thread some yarn through to hang them up. But I wanted to make sure to spray paint the backs of these gold because I didn't want the raw oyster shell look. I kind of wanted to bling these up a little bit, make them look a little more Christmassy. So I just put them all down on a trash bag in my garage and spray painted the back of them this metallic gold spray paint. While that was drying, I got out my Beatrix Potter treasury book. I have about 3 copies of this. I pick them up every time I see them at the thrift store. I got this one in particular for just $1. And I'm going to be cutting out these little pictures. They're the perfect size for ornaments. And I am going to be cutting out 15 pictures in total. I bought a rotary tool and drilled holes in these. It was much harder than I thought it was going to be. And there were 3 shells that were just almost impossible to make a hole in. So I decided to just make 12 ornaments. That way there'll be an even number and each person can be gifted 6 ornaments. I went through and assigned each picture a shell, just pressing them in kind of to see what they would look like in each one. And then I went and trimmed the edges of the picture so that I could paste them in. I just used Mod Podge. A lot of people were saying that you need to thin out paper before using it to decoupage, but I found that it was very easy for me to use this method, just standard paper thickness. I just Mod Podged them in and set them down to dry. A couple hours later, they were all dry, so I took some antique gold rub and buff and painted around the edges of the front just so that it would match the gold in the back. These turned out so beautiful. I am just in awe of how gorgeous these are. If I saw these in a store, I would definitely pick them up. The next step was to thread some yarn through. All I did was dip the ends of the yarn in some water and twisted it to make a little point to get them through the little holes. I wanted the packaging for these to look semi-professional, so I bought some little gift boxes from Walmart and some little shredded pieces of craft paper and just set them in the boxes, and I think they look so beautiful and I am so proud of these, and I will definitely be making some more next year. If you are unfamiliar with the Tailor of Gloucester, it is my favorite Beatrix Potter book, and they also have a cartoon version that is so beautiful and cozy. I will link it down below. It's on YouTube. You have to go and watch it. For For my next project, the Weasley-inspired stockings, I have my sweaters. I am going to start with the red sweater, and I got this yarn from Dollar Tree. It's kind of like an off-white, and I got some yarn needles at Hobby Lobby. I'm just going to thread it like I would thread. I've never done anything like this before. I've never embroidered anything before. So we'll just see how this goes. I've been taking like kind of little breaks and editing as I go, and I just wanted to jump on here and say that the embroidery part is extremely difficult. This took so long, so I won't be able to show all the stockings that I want to make because I won't be finished. But I think that the letter is not going to be perfect, but I think it's going to have character. I do think that it turned out okay for my first attempt at embroidery. I cut out a little stocking shape and turned these inside out and just hand stitched around the edges. And I don't want this to come undone because it is knit, and I just don't want the like little cable knits to come undone. So I went through and I Mod Podged the edges just to kind of seal it in so that it won't come undone. Once the Mod Podge was dried, I turned it right side out, and then I went and stitched the top part because that is going to fold down, and then I added this velvet ribbon to act as like a stocking hook. Honestly, I love the way this turned out. I think it looks so handmade and so Weasley inspired. I could totally see this in the burrow at Christmas time. I am proud of this, and hopefully my other two will turn out even better than this. Christmas time means hosting, and I wanted to show you this quick appetizer that I made with an onion, some brie. I usually use puff pastry, but they were out, so I used these little phyllo pie shells, and then I used this pepper jelly. I recommend you using a less spicy pepper jelly, or maybe like a fig jam. That would be good, because this was very spicy, but they turned out really good regardless. I just cut up an onion and caramelized it in some olive oil. These are super simple to make. You just fill the bottoms with the jam of your choosing, top them with little squares of the brie cheese, and then top them with the caramelized onion. Then they go in a 325-degree oven for about 12 to 15 minutes. While those were baking, I went ahead and made a simple pumpkin pie little filling with some sugar, cinnamon, a little bit of pumpkin pie spice, some vanilla extract, and just mix that around. And then I had some just pie crust left over from Thanksgiving just laying in my freezer. I brought that out to room temperature and then cut it into little shapes to make little mini pies. I topped those with some egg wash and a sprinkling of sugar and baked them in a 350-degree oven for 20 minutes. The snacks are good to go for my little get-together, and they turned out really cute. Thank you so much for watching this video, and Merry Christmas. I will see you in the next one. Bye.